until I'm summoned for Clan Wars. It's probably not going to be but an hour, hour and a half before that happens. So that gives us plenty of time to get into the stuff.
Yeah, that should be just fine.
All right then. First thing I usually ask people is, well, you already told me a little bit about this in your post, but what did you learn from my reviews of your replays?
Well, I haven't had a chance to watch the replay with the review you sent me today,
Okay.
but on the one from Sunday, um, I learned an awful lot because pretty much in the 30 seconds before the game starts, I was not looking at anywhere nearly as much as you were looking at.
Okay. Yeah, part of that is just experience with the maps, experience with the people who play the game. North American population isn't very small. We're all on one server. Well, two servers now.
Right.
But formerly we're all on one server. So you get to kind of know everybody who's really dangerous.
I was about to ask how you knew who they were, if it was just people you'd run into before, or you actually know who like the top
Well,
100
who was there?
are.
It was NYPD and Liebstad, right? I play with Liebstad all the time. He's a buddy of mine. I never played with NYPD, but we chat sometimes via the forums. I don't know who the third guy was.
Okay. Yeah, aside from that, some of the other things were just pretty much on target. I have some very bad habits when it comes to exposing myself at bad times.
Yep. Who doesn't?
But
That's like the name of the game.
Yep, but that can be fixed.
I guess my main points about today's replay, about the Corellia replay, were simply that you've got to, as a low tier heavy, you have to be extra cautious. You really have to fall into a support fire role. You kind of pushed up to a very prominent spot and stayed there the whole time, even though there were tier 10 TDs with phenomenal armor behind you who could have sort of taken up that spot if you'd given them space. And
yeah, I plan to, when I look at the replay, I want to start looking at who's around me, because that's something I really don't do a whole lot. Like I kind of said in the message, you know, when I was pushing on the bridge in Erlenberg, I wasn't really looking at who was around me. I just saw green blobs, and you know, I've felt that with a heavy tank, I really should be the one trying to push the action forward, and so that's what I tried to do, and it wasn't necessarily a wise choice.
Yeah, but only if you've got the advantage. Yeah, very much a habit that I picked up from Sella, who's a very good prominent player, was between reloads, pull into cover, and then hold down your right mouse button and pan around and sort of take in the lay of the land. You know, you've got these 10-second windows every reload to sort of think about what's happening.
Well, that was one of the other things that I didn't really think about in the game at the time was at that point, you know, half the team was dead on either side on Erlenberg, and I didn't really look to see, okay, who's left, because those are the people I have to deal with. If it was heavies, then I would know that, you know, they aren't going to be hiding on the ridge where I'll never see them. With the ones that were there with the Hellcats, they definitely can do that.
Exactly, they can get onto that ridge and cam up. Exactly. And so just continually making that evaluation and not plowing forward is a big part of it.
And so that's something I'm really going to have to stretch my brain around, because that's not something I've even been looking at remotely in the game so far.
Well, that's definitely I'm going to guess then. So I break down my lessons among three major issues, or three major topics of content. We have mechanics, and then we have tactics, and then we have reading the mind of the enemy. And the stuff we're talking about right now is mostly tactics and reading the mind of the enemy, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the meta I can mostly find on Watt Labs. There's a lot of really great articles for that.
Yeah, we do spend a lot of time writing on there about various things. I wanted to address again about Corellia today, about mechanics, particularly about firing and about penetration. I sent you some links for armor layout. It seemed to me that, and this makes sense given that you only have, I don't know, 200 games in tier 8 tanks, that you're not particularly familiar with the armor layouts of the higher tier tanks, the 9s and the 10s.
I am not remotely familiar with that. My knowledge mostly extends to fire at the cupola or fire at the lower front plate.
Exactly, and that honestly you can always go right with, but even that Corellia match, you had cupola shots and weren't taking them, and so I chided you for that.
Well, and that's definitely something I need to work on, because a lot of times I rush the shots, and I need to sit back and actually aim more carefully. Still there, Carl?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. So we'll talk a little bit about mechanics. It seems like to me you've mostly played heavy tanks and German tanks, which don't take a big advantage of vision. So we'll talk first about area control. It seems to me, though, that you understand the mechanics of sidescraping. Is that correct? Of reverse angling?
Basically, in the last week and a half, I've really been learning it, which there are obviously a lot of drawbacks to that, because I've presented my side to opponents at times when I shouldn't have, but
Okay.
I think I have a good feel for it now.
All right. Well, we'll just go through a quick exercise on reverse angling or side scraping. Where's this map? Insk. Invitation. Create. I am sending you a training room invite.
All right.
Unlike other spam training room invites you may get, this is not a.
Yeah, I see those a fair amount.
Okay. Alright, so we're on Ents. We're going to start on opposite sides. We're going to go through just a sort of guided 1v1 exercise here where we talk about angles, weak spots, etc., etc.
Right. So I have a 6% chance of winning. That's nice to know.
XVM does not think that you're going to beat me.
I think that's
we
a
are
pretty
going
safe
to
bet.
meet at the corner of where F2 and G2 meet. We're going to meet at that corner.
All right.
Time to roll out.
And we're going to talk a little bit about the weak spots that exist on the IS-3 as an example.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's really something that I have on my list now, is I really need to go back and just look at the different tanks and start learning weak points on them.
Exactly. So there's two parts to weak points. There's like the universally weak points, and then there's whatever armor is currently flat to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how it goes. All right, so don't fire or anything.
Oh, no.
All right, so the thing about these tanks, right, is that there's a lot of plates on them, and they're all at different angles, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are good and some of them are bad. So as I'm facing you right now, my IS-3, right, is at a decent angle to you. You can probably not easily get my lower plate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little too close. I mean, you could probably hit me right through the nose. But it's tight, right? Now, there are two places on the... well, there's really one place on the turret of the IS-3 where you can shoot me. You see the flat plate right above the gun? That's very...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That thing is like 20 millimeters. Go ahead and shoot it. See that?
Wow.
Okay. Now, you wouldn't think you could normally shoot there, correct?
Right.
It looks like it's part of the turret. If you were to shoot me to the right or the left of it on those harder parts, you'd almost certainly not penetrate. Go ahead and fire on this.
Okay.
On the suspected hard parts.
Yeah, the gun's not moving for some reason.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was saying, go ahead and fire on the sides of the turret now, the parts just to the other side of that flat plate.
Oh.
Target unlocked.
There we go.
See?
Excellent.
Bounce.
Yep.
Right. There's just no way. That stuff's 220, but that top little bit on top, 200. Or 20 millimeters. Easy to overmatch. You've got a 105 gun.
Right.
That's 5 times the thickness, so it gets an extra 5 degrees of normalization. Okay.
Right.
You know about the normalization mechanic? Is that correct?
I know some
Or
of the
no?
normalization mechanic. That's something I need to study, is the actual math of it.
Okay. Well, you know, if you know anything about math and you know what a 90-degree angle looks like,
Yep.
and it's obviously easiest to pen a plate at 90 degrees. So I'm right here, and I'm 90 degrees to your side. It's going to be super easy for me to shoot you right through there, right?
Right.
Whereas if I were to come back here and shoot you on the side, I'm now going to bounce.
Mm-hmm.
See that that bounce mark on your side?
Yep.
You can pull your camera back. So that's the difference between 90 degrees and 10 degrees and everything like that.
Right.
And really, that's the biggest thing about Watt is picking out the armor plate that is currently the right one for that. Is just figuring out which part and making sure you take your shots on the right part that gets you through that.
Right.
Okay. So that's with a hull down IS-3, you have to obviously have some sort of elevation advantage, which with you at a Tiger 2 at about 30 meters have the ability to shoot me right in the top of the turret, but
Right.
nowhere else really. I mean, you might be able to get me, but here's the thing. So you see how I've got this frontal plate, right? And I've got 2 of them. They're super sloped.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and shoot me right about where the kitty is on the front, on your left, my right. Okay, so that one went through.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got good pen gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing. That's not maybe a good example. But the thing is that say you had a lower pen gun. Say you were in your Tiger, right, with 203 pen instead of 225.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right. If I'm directly head on you, like this, that's gonna probably bounce. Not necessarily, but probably, right?
Right.
But suppose I'm coming around a corner. I'm slightly like this. All right. Now shoot me on the kitty again. Tiger 2's got a very high pen gun. Bad example.
Well, I know what you mean, though. I mean, with the slope I'm seeing right now, that's much greater, so there's a much greater chance of it just bouncing.
Exactly. But that other plate is super flat, and that's really what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Is just making sure that you get that opportunity to do that. So, say we're in a corner fight. Let's go ahead and hold up like we're in a pub corner fight and everything like that. The real goal here is to make sure that you're presenting plates of armor, right, that are super angled. So, yeah, you think you're good there, but I can go right through your front. You're not tucked in quite enough. Now you're fully tucked in, and I don't have a single good shot on you. You're actually a little bit too angled still. I think I can go through. You got to pull in a little closer, back up, get a little more to your left overall. Keep going. Back up again, and then pull forward again. All right, now you're just too flat. But the trick is, you see this angle that my gun is making with your side right here?
Right.
That's probably about 45 or 60. You need to get the angle between my gun and your side to be closer to about 70 degrees. So go ahead and maneuver your tank until you think you're about 70 degrees. There we go. We're getting there. Again though, you're gonna have to back up like this, right? And nose in again to truly get to 70 degrees with your front hidden. All right, now we're in a place where I can't pen you. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Additionally, that front of your turret is sort of a bit of an issue in that I can go directly through it.
Ow.
But, yeah, well, that's 185 versus 225.
Right.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and relaunch that training room, and we're going to go ahead and just practice a little bit with that reverse angling and picking a good plate, right?
Okay.
Same spot. We'll go a little more actively here. We'll get the opportunity for you to just go ahead and... now, the good thing, like I don't know if you read that Garbed Park thing that I wrote to you?
I did.
That I linked to you? Good. He talks about how the Tiger 2 is actually really good at bullying the IS-3 simply because it has a high pen gun. And I think that this will be a good opportunity for you to practice that. But penetration mechanics are the first and foremost thing. The IS-3 might be a good one. Maybe I'll bring myself a T110 and give you the opportunity for the next exercise.
Yeah, I don't recall running into many T110s yet for some reason.
Well, it just comes down to whether or not you're getting a lot of Battle Tier 10 games. You haven't seen a lot of them yet, but you will eventually. Don't worry.
I've seen way more Battle Tier 10 games with my T71 than with my KT.
Oh, for sure. Cool, because let's talk about Battle Tiers for a second.
Yeah, I know I have Scout MM.
Okay, so you see how you gave me your road wheel, and then I got in close to where you can't even hit me?
I kind of thought we were meeting again, so that was a bad
Oh,
choice.
my bad. Alright, here we go.
That was my misunderstanding.
Yep. Good pulling.
Ah, crap.
Good. You moved your turret just in time for me to not get a shot through the front of it. Good.
Actually, the damage I didn't think it would.
Right through your track. So that's another key shot, is definitely through the track and into the armor type thing. Yeah, but it's only going to work if you've got a sufficient angle to penetrate the body.
Mm-hmm.
I probably also got a much better crew on here than you do.
Oh, I'm sure. It is hard to get that upper plate when you're moving.
Yeah. Yeah, because you see, what I'm trying to do here is just show you the badly angled side of it.
Yeah.
Alright, alright. Now this is something I wrote you in that Corellia replay today. You see as I pulled forward there, you pulled back instead of in.
Uh-huh.
It's always got to be in. In is everything.
Okay, so just press up against this.
Yeah, because, I mean, there's a chance that I'll bounce on your side like that, but
Mhm.
there's no chance I'll bounce on your nose.
Okay. I will have to work on that.
Oh, you pulled forward right there. That was trouble.
That was trouble?
Good. Now if I'm right here, how are you going to angle to try to get your side to me? Can you pull to the right any, or are you tucked up in? The more you can pull to the right, the better, while keeping your nose. Very nice. Very nice. You see how that worked? Turret.
Yeah.
Gotta keep waving the turret. Always waving the turret, because that front is only 185.
That wasn't anything.
So you keep shooting my side armor, right? And it just sort of disperses into my track, and that's the end of it. It just doesn't work out that well. So if I'm like right here, you've literally got to decline the shot. If you can time my reload, pop out and shoot me in the front plate.
Right.
See? Lots of trouble. Keep going through that upper plate, but it's all spaced, and so it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
This is why the IS-3 is a great tank. But the Tiger II is a pretty great tank, too. Keep going. I'm not going to kill you. Not bad.
I didn't get forward quite fast enough. But...
What's that? Oh, I mean, I was gonna pull past and shoot you in the side anyway. So
oh, okay.
It is what it is. Okay. So that's the first lesson, or the first part of the first lesson about area control, armor, penetration, firing, and everything like that. Vision mechanics. Vision mechanics are pretty huge. Are you up on your double bushes, on your spotting distance versus draw distance, and all that stuff?
Not really.
Okay.
I know about double bushes, but I have not really gotten into the math of vision and camo nearly enough yet.
That's fine. What?
When you mentioned Levi-Strauss and NYPD on the replay, that got me thinking that I really need to learn my distances better.
Yep. All right. Let's take the classic vision map. What tanks do you have in your garage?
T-71, Tiger II.
T-71?
Yeah.
Load her up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm currently moving toward T-69, but not quite there yet. T-71 has been quite a challenge because I really don't feel like I have any feel for scouting at all.
Light tanks are the hardest.
Yep. On the other hand, it's really easy for Tier 10 battles because I don't worry about damaging anyone. No, that's not quite true, but I'm not likely to.
Let's see. What is the T-71's big predator? This is the big predator. All right.
T-54, huh?
Do you have optics?
Yes.
Crew skills are...
I just have the first level on that, so 6th Sense and camo the rest of the way down.
Okay. Not fully complete?
All that's fully complete, but the stuff
channel.
I'm doing after the second skill is nowhere near complete.
Okay,
It's 50%.
that's good. Perfect. As long as 6 cents, it'll be good to go.
I'm getting paranoid about running optics on almost every tank because I get tired of running into people that I can't see that can shoot me.
Hey, Bash.
Hey.
Teaching a lesson.
Teaching what?
Teaching a noob.
Teaching a lesson. Teaching a new guy about what?
Is the new guy Crabeatoff?
Yep, he's a baddie.
Oh, thanks.
So, is this a platoon or something?
Let's go.
No, no. I'm active like in training rooms and stuff. I mean, we're gonna go into pub battles in a minute if you want to assist, but I am like he gave me a gift shop package, and I am teaching him the finer points of tanking.
Sounds like a pretty good trade. I'll come in just for fun of it.
Okay. We're just going over the vision lesson right now, and after that, we'll be going into a battle with this tiger too.
Okay, I'll try to help if I can.
Cool. So let's talk about double bushing. That bush is as good as any. So go ahead and sit still.
I think bushing mechanics might have changed with the last patch.
They're definitely more subtle than they were before, but they're still pretty effective. All right. I can't see you now.
Okay.
You can still see me, however. Now go ahead and fire.
Okay.
We just dinged him.
All right. So you fire, you light.
Mm-hmm.
You know how that works, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Now, I'm going to wait till you drop lights. You're going to disappear in a few seconds. All right, you've disappeared. Now pull backwards, straight backwards till the bush is opaque.
Okay.
Shoot me. Can't see you. At all. You did not light up. Again.
Cool. Actually, I can't see you now either. But...
You have to pull forward, light me, and then pull back.
It helps
Ah,
to designate target skill.
Yeah, designated target helps. This is the key, though. So pull back. All right. That time you didn't pull far back enough.
No,
The bush isn't opaque.
Okay.
It's great because I shoot back bash.
Heh.
Ricochet.
Can you see me?
Yep. Not now.
That's right, because I moved. Go ahead and use the bush trick to pop me again. Oh, good. You spotted me. That's good. Pull back. Ah, not far enough.
Oh.
Punished.
Yeah. I had to pull back farther than I thought then.
We'll practice it again.
Okay.
Does it matter for the second bush? Isn't it only 15 meters from the first, pretty much?
It is only 15. We're actually only doing a single bush.
Oh.
If you use two bushes, Henkel, then you don't even need to really worry.
So as long as you're behind the second bush, you should be fine?
That's correct.
Alright.
Let's see if we can find a good two-bush spot on this map somewhere. I'm sure they exist.
They exist.
This
Like
is
E4
this
has a
is
couple of bushes out now up there close enough for this, but...
Now, do you have a mini-map mob that draws you a vision or draw box, a vision circle or a draw box?
Yeah, I'm actually using a variation of Celos mods.
Wonderful. Okay. Then you understand how draw boxes work.
Yes.
Once somebody sees it, it's easy, but sometimes I have to show people rather than just to tell them about it.
I had never even heard of draw boxes until I saw Garbad mention about maximizing yours in the settings, and I went back and found it, and it's like, oh, okay.
I don't even know how to maximize it in settings.
Yeah, there's a slider you can move in there.
Are you serious?
Wait. Settings. Graphics. Draw distance maximum. Okay, yeah, I use that.
Okay.
I knew that. Bash, you probably have it on too.
Yeah, you probably just said it so long ago that you forgot about it. But I did not even know it existed until I saw it mentioned.
Where's
Yeah,
it?
we'll go ahead. It's under graphics. We'll go ahead and do the double bush right here, just with this line of bushes.
Okay.
You go over on the other side of me.
Oh yeah, it's maximum, but I was scared for a second there.
Yeah, me too. I was like, what? Oh, yeah, I already fixed that. Alright, so camo up.
Pretty sure I need to back up
Alright,
some.
you disappeared now. I can't see you now.
Alright.
Yep, so light and double bush. Spotted.
Huh. Okay, I need more
It's
bushes
always back further than you think.
then. It is. Alright, let's try that again. I should have fallen off.
Lit.
Ricochet.
They really have messed with this. I see you.
Wow, I'm through a lot of bushes there.
Yeah, dude, Bash. They really mess with double bushes.
I've
He's
heard
like,
it's pretty bad.
he's like 3 bushes back right now.
Are they fully covering him though?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean he's completely invisible when lights are out.
Huh, bushes are definitely not doing nearly as much good as I thought they would.
No. I might have to go ahead and proclaim double bushing being dead. However, single bushing at 15 meters still good.
Bounce stop.
Yeah, still see you.
Okay.
Wow. You are far behind that. Can you just
Yeah.
hold still for a second while I
Yeah.
inspect the distance here? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lengths of the T-54 Bash that he's still being lit by.
I
It-
can't use tank measurements.
I don't know exactly how long the T-54 is, but to me it looks like...
Don't when you put your cursor on it, doesn't it show how far away he is?
Oh, her. 46 meters from the front of the bush. That's far.
So front of the bush, not from where you are, because the whole 50 meters thing, right?
Well, yeah, he's still lit, but like I'm saying, he's so I'll back up and he'll drop lights, right? I'm saying he's 46 meters from the front of the bush, so he's disappeared. Go ahead
I
and
can't
shoot,
see
Hinkle.
you.
Yep, go
I
ahead and
can't see you,
shoot.
so I'll-
Oh, well, pull forward so you can see me.
Yeah.
Back up till I'm.
Yeah, just
Back
one
up till
second.
I'm 48 meters
48
on
meters?
your reticle. Yeah.
Oh, okay. 48 meters is a lot closer. I only show you as 74 meters right now.
No. Till you're 48. Oh yeah. Sorry, from where I am. Sorry.
So currently I'm 100 meters from where you are.
And did you shoot?
We just dinged
Still see him.
So that's
So you're at
100 meters and
100
a lot of
from
bushes.
there. That is a lot of bushes. So you are 42 from the front of this bush.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to back up. Pull up to the front of the bush, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're basically touching. Okay. I'm going to back up to 50.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're doing testing. We're not even doing teaching.
50%. You're at 50. Or 60 now.
I'll do 60.
You're at 60.
All right, back up until you're 110 and take a shot.
All right.
Hang on. All right, you dropped lights, but you should have an estimate about 110.
No,
Go ahead and shoot.
You're 110.
Okay. All right, and I can't see you. It's now 50 meters behind a bush, Bash. It used to be 15. This explains a lot.
Explain
got
some of the
lit.
times I've been dying horribly.
Yeah.
So that would be 50 meters. You light up in all directions then, or is it directly in front of you? Or?
It looks like all directions. I mean, we haven't tested it.
Because it seems like somebody shooting anywhere near you and that would suddenly light up your bush.
Shooting near you?
Yeah, like an ally that's less than 50 meters away and that thing taking a shot, wouldn't that light up your bush?
Oh, I think you have to fire, right?
Okay.
From what I've read, you have to fire for that to happen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to fire because I can confirm that because I was sitting completely camoed in a bush yesterday in my bat chat and an E3 fired next to me and then was able to pull back and I wasn't lit. So it's you. All right.
Oh yeah, I guess it's just the whole that you can get shot while they're firing at the other guy as opposed to you getting lit.
All right.